In August of 2025, there's something really unique happening in our skies. It's called a black moon. And, what makes it so special is that it's defined not by what we can see, but by what we can't. So, yeah, let's dive right into this whole celestial mystery.
So I've just got to ask you, have you ever heard of the black moon? It's not nearly as famous as a supermoon or a blood moon, and honestly, there's a really good reason for that.
You see, its power isn't about some big, spectacular light show in the sky. You're not going to be able to go outside and point your phone at it to get a cool picture. No, its real magic is in the total absence of light. It's in the pure, quiet potential of a completely darkened sky. It's all about what can start, what can begin when everything goes dark. So what is this invisible event, really? Let's pull back the curtain and actually unveil what this celestial mystery is all about. And this, right here, is the absolute core of it. A supermoon? That's a real, official astronomical event. You can literally see that the moon looks bigger. But a black moon? That's not a scientific term at all. It's a name that comes from folklore, meant to describe a kind of quirk in our calendar. And here's that quirk. The moon's cycle is about 29.5 days long. As you know, that doesn't fit perfectly into our innate 30 or 31-day months. So every once in a while, this little misalignment creates an unusual pattern, and we've given that pattern a name, the black moon. Now, just to make things a little more interesting, that one name is actually used for 4 totally different kinds of events. So let's quickly break them down. So a black moon could be the second new moon in a single month, or it could be when there's no new moon or no full moon in February. But the one we care about right now, the one that's coming up, is the seasonal black moon. This happens when there's a third new moon in a season that has 4 new moons instead of the usual 3. And that is exactly what's on the cosmic menu for 2025. Just one. There is exactly one seasonal black moon happening in all of 2025, which makes it a really singular, focused moment of energy.
So go ahead and mark your calendars August 23rd, 2025. Now remember, because it's a new moon, it's going to be completely invisible. It rises and sets with the sun. But here's the cool part. This creates perfectly dark skies, which is an absolute gift for stargazers.
Okay, before we get into what this all means for us, we have to make a really, really crucial distinction. You might have heard of black moon Lilith in astrology. This is not that. And trust me, the difference is everything. The calendrical black moon, the one we're talking about, represents a passive darkness. I want you to think of it like a fertile void, a total blank slate. It's that quiet, peaceful darkness you'd find in a garden at midnight, just brimming with potential before any seeds are even planted. Black moon Lilith, on the other hand, that's an active darkness. It's not even an event, it's a mathematical point in the moon's orbit. Astrologically, it represents this raw, primal, totally untamed feminine energy, the part of us that's been exiled or suppressed. So it's not a quiet garden, it is the scream from the wilderness. This whole idea comes from the myth of Lilith, who, as the folklore goes, was Adam's first wife. She was created as his equal, and when she refused to be subservient to him, she chose exile over submission. Her archetype is all about that sovereign, untamed power. So the most important takeaway here is August 2025 is the quiet void, not the wild scream. All right, so let's get into the astrology of this moment and see how it all comes together. The theme for this black moon is something I like to call intelligent chaos. You see, the black moon doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's arriving after a period of major collective focus and some really clarifying communication. You can almost think of it as the grand finale to a really dynamic month. At the heart of this whole event, there's this core tension. The black moon is happening in Virgo, the sign of logic, order, practical systems. But it's forming a tense angle, what we call a square, with Uranus, the planet of sudden change and rebellion. So you have this powerful clash. Virgo wants the perfect plan, and Uranus just wants to throw a lightning bolt and disrupt everything. The goal isn't to avoid the chaos, but to use that friction to create a totally innovative breakthrough. So, knowing all that, how can we consciously work with this potent creative energy? How do we actually go about harnessing the void? Well, the spiritual invitation really has 3 steps. First, the darkness encourages us to look inward, to see the things we normally don't. Second, it is a hugely powerful time for release, to just let go of what's holding you back. And third, once you've cleared that space, it becomes one of the most potent times all year to plant new seeds of intention for your future. Okay, now let's bring all this home.
This cosmic reset is going to feel different for everyone, and it really depends on your own zodiac sign.
So let's do a quick fly-through of the zodiac. Find your sign and let's see where this energy of intelligent chaos is really asking you to innovate. This is where that intelligent chaos wants you to make a change. Go ahead and take a look on the screen now for the key focus for your sign. Whether you're a Virgo being asked to completely reinvent yourself or a Sagittarius redefining your entire career, this is your personal invitation from the cosmos to make a breakthrough.
And just remember, this isn't a one-night-only kind of thing. The seeds you plant during this black moon are going to keep growing and unfolding for the next 6 months. The key is to integrate any big aha moments with small, practical, daily actions. That's the Virgo way, right? So, as we look ahead to this incredible moment of quiet and potential, the only real question left to ask yourself is this. In this sacred darkness, when the slate is finally wiped clean, what new story, what new reality will you choose to begin?